everybody, and welcome back to another Let's Trek Together episode. Today we are entering the state of Connecticut, and this episode is going to be all about our adventure through this state. Let's go.
Alright, hey guys, sorry about the ending of last episode. We got to camp. I don't even remember the camp's name, and we were literally there 30 minutes ago. But we got there and we completely forgot to film. Molly was still feeling a little bit down, just physically. And so we got to camp kind of late because we took the day slow. And by that time, it was dark out. We just said we were going to film in the morning. And then we started hiking and we completely forgot to film. So, like Molly said right in the beginning, we are hitting the Connecticut border, I think very soon. And yeah, we'll be seeing our next state. What state number is this?
9, 10?
Is this state 9? Is this state 10? This is state number 10. This is freaking awesome. And just like that, we made it to Connecticut! So I'm not sure, but is Connecticut a part of New England? I think
it's Massachusetts.
Is the start of the New England
Yeah.
states. I guess that makes sense since it's the gateway to New England, but we're almost there. Woo! So the Appalachian Trail is only about 50 miles long in the state of Connecticut, and I know nothing about this state. Like, this is the state that I have no clue what we're gonna see, no clue what we're gonna experience. I know there's the Housatonic River, that's about it. But I'm very excited. It's kind of cool to go in blind, especially from being from the East Coast. We know a lot about most of the states that we're traveling through. And I'm almost jealous of Corey and Kyle in the aspect that aside from Georgia and North Carolina and parts of Tennessee, they haven't seen any of the other states. And I'm excited that this is the state that we are going to be seeing for the first time. This first hill in Connecticut reminds me a lot of Jacob's Ladder in North Carolina. If you've been following for a while, I think that was right after Chihuahua Bald and the NOC way back. I don't know what episode that was, episode 5, 6. Yeah, it's just straight uphill. It's pretty relentless. It's not bad though.
So we are climbing what is known as the 10-mile hill. I understand why it has that name. It's only like a mile up, but it's hard. It's very, very steep, but we're getting there. We only have 0.7 more to the top, so we're gonna crush it.
All right, so this is the first real climb in about at least 50 miles. Feels good. Feels good to be going uphill again, and just a consistent uphill, not just the pointless up and downs. This is called 10-mile hill. If anyone knows why it's called 10-mile hill, please tell me, because it's only a mile and a half long. Yeah. And we're at the top. Only 1,000 feet, what the heck? This view is definitely not worth the climb, but you know, I'm not gonna complain. Still a view.
This climb was really bad after the hurricane with the blowdowns, but it looks like someone came through and maintained this area. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We didn't have to climb around trees this morning. I really appreciate it. Without the trail maintainers, this trail would be such a mess. So I appreciate all the work you guys do.
So I'm realizing there's this beautiful river called 10-Mile River right underneath 10-Mile Hill. Am I wrong in saying that it's 10 miles long and that's why it's also called 10-Mile Hill, because it's right next to the river? I hope I'm right. Or I sound like an idiot. Either way, whatever.
Okay, so right here is the 10-mile river. And then on this side, it feeds out into the Housatonic. There it is. It's beautiful. I just want to go jump in it.
We haven't seen rapids like these in a long time. Thank you to Connecticut for making the most beautifully paved path in the world. Yeah, thank you. Okay, hot take. Connecticut is way more beautiful than New York. Changed my mind. Maybe that'll change, but the first 5-6 miles in Connecticut are just really, really pretty. It's a nice change up. So our original plan in Connecticut was to hike to Kent today, walk the mile into the town of Kent, shower, charge our phones, and then walk back out and do a 2-day stretch to a trail angel's house where he will be slack packing us through Massachusetts. But we called up the town of Kent yesterday and all their power is out because of the tropical storm. So there is a country deli store that allows you to charge. And so we are going to be going to that. It was only about 5 miles into Connecticut, so we're almost there. We're gonna spend some time there, charge our phones. Unfortunately, no showers. So we're gonna be kind of smelly when we get to that trail angel's house, but we've been bird bathing, so yeah, let's go. Okay, now we're going under our first covered bridge on the AT called Bull's Bridge. Beautiful.
Sometimes you're in a rush in the morning and you forget to brush your teeth, but that's okay because it's 3 o'clock now and you can brush it at the deli.
Take a crack. So we are now leaving the Bull's Bridge Country Store, did our resupply, got a bunch of Gatorades, drank a bunch of water, and now we are getting back on trail. Kyle and Corey took an Uber ride. They are getting a new phone because Corey's phone actually broke. So we will see them up trail. We only have about 7 more to do today. We pretty much have, this was pretty much in Euro. We're only doing 13 miles today, but that's just how it worked out. And yeah, excited to see more of Connecticut. Whatever hill we're climbing right now out of Bull's Bridge is, it's a tough one. Definitely not used to how long and how steep it is. But what's funny is even though we've been in Connecticut for a whole 6 miles, we actually go back into New York for I think 2. And the top of this mountain and the views at the top is technically New York. So we'll be going back into New York for a hot minute. First real view in Connecticut. Beautiful. Wow.
Looks like
Okay, I'm losing it. I guess this is a view of Connecticut from New York. So you decide if it's a Connecticut view or a New York view. Sorry. It's funny, I know Molly said this earlier today, but in New York, it felt like we were in an obstacle course. I can't tell if it's just because Connecticut cleans up its trails fast or that extra day let all the maintainers come out and clean the trails. But we've maybe gone over 1 log. The entire trail's clean and it's been amazing. So thank you to the maintenance crew in Connecticut on the Appalachian Trail. You guys are doing fantastic work. Okay, another hot take. I think Connecticut is stealing my heart. Currently at Indian Rocks Outlook, and that's what you just were looking at. I don't know what to say. Like, just in the first 10 miles, Connecticut's climbs are fun. They're a little bit more challenging than most of the Mid-Atlantic, which just makes it more rewarding. The views are spectacular. Just a beautiful countryside. Really, really beautiful, but expensive. Another beautiful view. Okay, we're about a mile away from camp. It's about 7:15. Getting there late since we stuck around the country store for way too long, but that's okay. They weren't joking when they said that Connecticut was the gateway to the New England area because Man, these climbs are getting very steep. And honestly, it feels great. I love it. It makes me happy. It's getting me pumped to do the bigger climbs. Do you see me just trip right there? Oh, all the down trees and branches. But yeah, see you at camp in a mile.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry we didn't film last night. We got to camp when it was already getting dark, so it was too dark to really film anything. Getting an early start this morning, woke up at 5, out by I think a little after 6:30, so pretty good. Yeah, we got an 18-mile day, I think, so that's where we're getting an early start because who knows how I'm gonna be going. But let's go. So another reason that we got up super early is because we're going through a lot of fields this morning and we wanted to do it before it got super sunny out. So that's another reason we got up really early this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry for not filming again last night. It was pretty much pitch black when we got to camp, so we got there late again. And there were a lot of people. It was a Saturday evening, so I'm assuming it's just because of the weekend. But it seems like Connecticut's also a pretty popular destination for backpackers, or maybe the locals in Connecticut like backpacking on the Appalachian Trail. So we just didn't want to film, just to respect them since we got there pretty much when they were going to bed. Yeah, today we're doing a 17-miler. I don't know what's in store for today, so let's go. This right here, I don't know if you can see the mountain up in the background, but it is so beautiful with the morning fog.
And here's our first view of the day. There's supposed to be mountains, and I think you can see the Housatonic River down there, but it's a little too cloudy. But I'm gonna sit and drink some water and just take a little breather. We're up over the first hill, so only like 10 more hills to go.
Hey everybody, sorry for not filming this much this morning. Just kind of lost in my own thoughts. When you're hiking alone, that tends to happen. The teacher in me is like daydreaming about making a video talking to potential thru hikers on like what to expect on an Appalachian Trail thru hike. So it's fun to just like get lost and think of ideas and all that stuff. But yeah, climbing up to Caleb's Peak right now. Hopefully there's a view. If not, that's okay. It's been nice forest hiking so far. That right there you saw was Caleb's Peak. It was very beautiful, probably our most beautiful view of Connecticut yet. I'm very glad the fog cleared and we got great views, so I'm not complaining. Okay, we're walking down to St. John's Ledges and I am very excited to see this. The rocks in this state is even more beautiful. Wow. So for the next 4 miles, we're gonna be following the Housatonic River, and it is just flat. There are people swimming along the shoreline. It is so beautiful. I'm excited for this. And this is where we will be spending lunch today. Excited to see it, it looks beautiful. Beautiful campsite. And the water spigot is right behind that tree that we just passed. Really nice. All right, back on trail. Have about 6.5 miles to do to camp. We put food into our bodies and we took our daily afternoon nap. So we feel a lot better trying to go over these hills. Next 6 miles look really, really steep and really, really bumpy. So I guess we'll see what happens. Well, we haven't had a water source this abundant in a long time. It's strange to hear the sound of water flowing. Oh, this is really awesome. It's a mailbag. Some trail angels left some postcards, and I guess you can write home to your families and they'll mail it out for you. That's really, really cool. So I can't really make it out, but thank you to whoever did this. Thank you so much. That's really cool.
Connecticut hills are no joke, man. Just to open over another one, I think we have to do like 6 more hills. Oh, my pole. See, this is what happens when you're not paying attention to where you're walking. Good thing it's flat.
We're at the top of Pine Knob right now, and this is just getting me so pumped for the New England area. I love the look of pine.
Okay, so I just got chased by this fly bee thing. I don't know what it is. He's kind of gray in color. He looks like he has the body of a bee, but he acts more like a fly because he bites. I have no idea what he is, and I've had them follow me before, but this one was so persistent. I literally ran for like half a mile trying to get him away from me. He just kept following me, and I have no idea what he is, but screw you. Whatever fly keeps biting me, it's not okay. Leave me alone. Positive note, I'm up over the hill because I ran over it. So now I only have one more hill to camp. Also, leave a comment. I feel like I look like a lunch lady in my bug net. Let me know if you agree, because I feel pretty silly whenever I put it up over my head like this, but it keeps the bugs away.
Okay, the second half of the day is kicking our butt. We're almost over the last hill. We're like a half a mile from camp. This one is, I think, like 400 feet, but it's over like a half a mile. It's really sad and scary to look up. I have no words. I'm tired. My butt is kicked. This is cool. We're going through a thing called the split boulder. And whoa. I'm supposed to squeeze in there? Okay. Okay guys, we actually made it to camp before it got dark out. Yay! So we are eating dinner in the tent because the mosquitoes are terrible in Connecticut and they don't allow fires in Connecticut, so we can't even fend off the bugs. So we are enjoying our food in the privacy of our own tent. Yeah, I think we're gonna end the vlog there for today. Or we're not gonna end the vlog. We're gonna end... You know what? Don't listen to me. We will see you guys bright and early in the morning. Good night.
Tell the camera what you're having for breakfast.
Morning everybody. Currently on the top of Mount Easter, about a mile into today's hike. And we have, I think, almost 16 miles to do. And a trail angel is going to pick us up right outside of Salisbury, Connecticut. I'll update you more on what he is going to do for us as the day goes on. So let's get going.
I am so glad to be back in the mountains. This This is beautiful. Not only am I glad to be back in the mountains, I'm really glad to be back in all the pine trees. It's just such a wonderful aesthetic and I really missed it. Yes, the farm fields and the valleys were really nice, but I'm really glad to be back in the pine trees.
So we're looking at the same view Molly just recorded, but is that Bear Mountain, Connecticut? Someone wrote that you could maybe see Bear Mountain from this view. I'm just, it's the tallest mountain in the chain, and that might be Bear Mountain. That's where we're going to before we hit the Massachusetts border. So far away. I got nothing if I ain't got Santa Fe. And what is this? A magical vending machine right on trail? I'm gonna get a Powerade.
Okay, so there was a vending machine listed on Guthooks, and it is sold out of everything. I'm so sad. Why? This is just such a tease.
I'm so sorry.
A bird just pooped on my arm. Oh my gosh, this is the worst day. First no vending machine and now this.
This is strange. This is like the most in-town but rural road walking we've ever done. It's weird to be going past a high school. It must be strange if you're northbounding and starting really early in the season. I wonder if you guys come across school in session and how busy it must be trying to, through hike while kids are getting out of class. That must be weird. Currently on our way to Great Falls. We're about a quarter of a mile away. Very excited. We're already seeing the rapids. This is such a beautiful area. The town is so beautiful. It's actually really nice. I remember I said it's kind of strange that we're walking through a rural but populated town and we were doing a road walk, but it's been a nice change up. Wow. This is so epic. I don't think this describes how massive and beautiful this is. Wow. This has to be our best lunch spot yet. Connecticut, you have so many tough climbs, but you have so many beautiful views. This is really awesome. Just finished lunch and now we are on our way to Salisbury, Connecticut, where a man by the name of Robert Bird is going to pick us up and let us stay at his cabin, and he's going to slack pack us 110 miles to the border of Vermont. What an awesome guy. Have never met him. He reached out way back in Tennessee. I don't know if any of you have been watching since the beginning, but my thermarest popped at the beginning of or not at the beginning, but in the Roan Mountains. And another trail angel named Tigger actually helped me out and bought me this foam pad. I don't know if you can see it. But so now I'm carrying both of those things. But before he helped me, Robert reached out because he had his van down in the south, and he reached out and offered me assistance in buying a new pad. So I'm finally excited to meet him, and he says he wants us to sing songs with him, so I'm excited to just get to know him and share some stories. So yeah, that is where we are headed next. So let's go. And we just did our 2-mile climb up to Mount Prospect. Decent views. I wouldn't say they're beautiful. Caleb's Peak is definitely better, right?
Yeah, not worth the 2-mile up.
Not worth it. You heard it here first, folks. Wow. Okay, this is the best view we've had so far. All right, we made it to
Giant thumb.
Giant's Thumb.
How many thumbs? Guess. Of mine.
Probably like 5.
Da-da-da. Woo! 1,500 miles.
Yeah!
Woo!
Okay, so we finished our hiking day today, and now let me introduce you to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Robert Bird. Thank you so much. Thank you for picking us up. Thank you for everything that you're doing right now.
No problem. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys for 3 months now.
Awesome. All right, in the bathroom of Robert's cabin, I just wanted to privately say this, but he is the most amazing and kind-hearted and awesome person in the entire world. It's just really, really cool to see that people like this exist, and I hope that I can be as genuine as him going home, and I hope that I can be able to give back like he is giving back to the community. He's a really cool guy, just a big inspiration. Thank you so much for letting us stay at your place. Thank you, Robert. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, today has been really, really awesome. One of the coolest zeros we've ever done. We went to the outfitter and Molly and I got new packs. We then went to a swimming hole, and now we're doing laundry. It's been a fun day hanging out with Rob and just being in the cabin and chilling out. So tomorrow we get back out on trail for a slack pack. So we're gonna update you tomorrow morning. So good night, guys. Good morning, everybody. So Rob dropped us off at the trailhead this morning where we left off before our zero, and now we are going to do 21 miles today into Massachusetts. So we are making it into our 11th state. Wow, that's wild. Yeah, we are slack packing, so we don't have any weight on our backs. So hopefully we'll get these 21 miles done real fast. So let's get going. It is foggy this morning. Where we were staying in probably central western Massachusetts. It was supposed to rain. If it did, it was very light, but it definitely rained here because the rocks are slippery. We're about 6 miles out of the border of Connecticut, Massachusetts, and we're probably about 4 miles away from Bear Mountain, which is, I guess, one of the big tourist destinations and hiking in the Connecticut area. So excited to climb that. And yeah, and then we climb Race Mountain and Mount Everett. I hear those are 2 hard hills, and I hear southern Massachusetts in general is pretty tough, but I hear it then flattens out in central Mass. So I don't know, I'm very excited. Being up in Massachusetts for the past 2 days has just given me a great excitement for the New England states. I don't think I have anything else to say.
This is the most beautiful water source I have seen in so long. I am so glad to be done with all these dry states. Oh my gosh. What? I have never been happier to see water. So I'm not as good with words as I'd like to be, but I'm gonna try and make this sound as good as I can. I've been doing a lot of thinking these past little miles that we're doing this morning, and I'm alone in the forest and I'm just taking in every single one of these moments. I think part of it has to do with the fact that we are starting to near the end of our journey. I know 700 miles is still so much, but it's closer to being over than when we started, and that's really crazy, and I don't want to take another moment for granted. I've been thinking a lot about when I fainted a couple days ago, and I think that gave me a very different perspective on the thru hike and what I want in my life and what I wanted out here. Because in those couple days where I was feeling really, really bad, I was just so worried that I was gonna have to stop or get off trail. And then the minute I started gaining my strength back and I started feeling better, I was just over the moon happy and thankful and relieved that I didn't have to get off this trail for a bit. And it's just showing me what I really care about, I think, and how much this trail means to me and how much backpacking with Danny and my friends means. And that just then spurred even more thoughts about why was I not feeling this way before? What was I doing differently, or what was I dwelling on instead of taking in every single moment and making it meaningful? And I don't know if maybe I wasn't allowing myself to fully just dive in and enjoy it all. And that stinks. I don't know why I was doing that. And I'm so happy I am now. And I wish I had come to this conclusion a lot earlier. I'm not crying. A raindrop fell on me. But yeah, I don't know what happened, or it just removed a layer of myself that I wasn't allowing to fully love this as much as I could. And I'm really glad that this happened. Yeah, it sucked in the moment, but it's bringing me nothing but happiness and introspect on my life now. And I'm really glad it happened, and now I'm not taking any other moment for granted. I may still complain a little bit, but I'm gonna try my best not to as much. Yeah, so I know that was long and winded and rambling, and I probably could have said it a million times better, but I just needed to tell you guys.
We are at the top of Lion's Head right now. It is right before Bear Mountain. What a beautiful view. Okay, made it to the top of Bear Mountain, Connecticut, not Bear Mountain, New York. Let's see how beautiful the views are. Wow. Wow. Is this the tallest peak in Connecticut?
It might be.
It might be. You heard it here first, folks. It might be the tallest. It feels really tall, and it feels like we can see all of Connecticut. And I'm mad because Connecticut looks flat now, even though it wasn't.
Here we are.
Oh, really?
Massachusetts-Connecticut border. Woo!
And we are officially in Massachusetts. Woo!
Okay guys, so I think since we hit the Connecticut border, we're actually gonna end the episode here. I hope you really enjoyed this little stretch that we had, and you see the rest of our slack pack journey through Massachusetts. Stay tuned because it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we hit Mount Greylock at the end of that, which is gonna be an awesome, awesome view. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and as always, Let's trek together.